We are going to go on with IELTS speaking part 1. Okay, and I'm going to tell you about speaking part 1, what type of questions they might ask you, what happens, and how to answer the questions, right? Well, when you go to take your IELTS test, first of all, examiner will greet you and you're going to greet the examiner. Smile, because if you smile, you will get 1 band extra. If you greet in English, you will get 2 bands extra. If you take permission before entering the door, they will give you 3 bands extra. Is that true? No, not at all. That's what students ask me. In my early career, when I started teaching IELTS, one student asked me this intelligent question. He said, "Sir, when I go to take my IELTS test, when I open the door, what should I say?" I said, "You can say, 'May I come in?'" He said, No, sir. IELTS, high band score. Right? Someone told me that don't say, "May I come in?" Everyone says, "May I come in?" You should say, "May I step in?" Okay? So these things are all rubbish. What will happen? There are some helpers or invigilators. They will take you from your ear, कान से पकड़ के अंदर लेके जाएंगे, दरवाजा भी खोलेंगे, बंद भी करेंगे, and all that. So you don't have to worry about it, that you will open the door, a gorgeous lady will be sitting there, and you can get 3 bands extra if you take a flower with you. Madam, for you. Yeah, now give me my desired band and all that, So it's not like that, right? By the time you go there, sit down, examiner will ask you a question, shall we start the test? And if you are panic stricken, if you have a fast heartbeat, don't allow them to start the test. Say, "Can I take 5 minutes? Right? Or by the time you reach in the room and then you realize you need to go to the washroom. And then they start the test, 10 to 11 minutes time, winter season. So you should say, "Wait, I need 5 minutes." Or say, "I'm not feeling well, please give me 5 minutes." They will say, okay. They will start the test with someone else and you can sit down and relax. And for your speaking test, reach there half hour before so that you could see other roosters. Baki murge aap dekh sakein कि कौन चूचे आ रहे हैं, उनका क्या. That will give you confidence. First 10 to 15 minutes observe and see what is happening, what's going on. I mean, the newness. For example, those who came to Royal Palm today first time, for them everything was new and different and all that. When you come second time, third time, fourth time, it's all fine. It's a normal place. When I did my first seminar in Royal Palm, I had the same room. So today I was having the flashbacks where I was and all that. 10 years ago, around 10 to 11 years ago, we did that. Okay, anyways. So in speaking, examiner will start the test by saying, "My name is this, candidate's name is this, candidate number is this, date is this," and we are going to start the speaking, then the test will start. Before that, whatever you do, you speak English, you do Pashto, Punjabi, they don't mind, okay? Now, the first question of the examiner, do you work or study? Do you work or study? Now, it depends on you. It will not affect your bench score. It will not affect your planning of going to a foreign country and all that. Do you work or study? If you are a student, you say, "I am a student, I study." If you are doing a job, you should say, "I'm a professional at the moment I'm working with." And this answer must be short and crisp. A crispy answer. Okay, they say, "Do you work or study?" Well, actually, I want to tell you, I started my career in 1999, and at that time, I was a student. Then I studied in University Kloja, and after that, I did. Madam, what went pakke na? Not like that. Okay, so this is what we call crammed answer. If you give crammed answer, if you give prepared answer, they call it prepared answer. Prepared answer will be the reason for low band score. So be careful. You got to give answer. I mean, it's not that you should give all short answers, but for this question, do you work or study? For example, it can be as simple as that. Do you work or study? Well, I am a professional. At the moment, I'm working as an IELTS trainer and I run my own IELTS classes. That's it. You don't need to tell anything more. Why do they ask this question? Because they want to decide what are they going to ask next. If you are a stay-at-home lady, housewife, stay-at-home lady, you can use the word, "I'm a stay-at-home." And even if you're not married, you can say, "I'm a homemaker." You take care of your family, you take care of your brothers, sisters, father, mother, and all that. So you can say that. And if you're doing a job, now remember 2 different directions. If you say you're a student, what's your favorite subject? Blah, blah, blah. If you tell them you are a professional, what type of jobs are popular? like that. And if you say, I'm a homemaker, what do you do at the weekends? Do you like cooking? What is your favorite dish? Blah, blah, blah. Right? So they will ask you the most appropriate questions. Clear? Until now it's clear. And part 1 is going to be very simple. Very, very simple. One sentence question only. One sentence question. What is your name? You tell your name. 5 band for that. No. Okay? For name and all that. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. 3 band for that. Yes or no? No greetings. Okay? No matter how friendly the examiner is, boys, don't leave your number over there. Mobile number. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you think that she was only friendly with me. Look at him, huh? So, yeah, zyada serious nahi lena meri baaton ko, okay? So don't leave your number, don't ask the examiner, madam, my band score. And during the exam, what do some students do? They try to see, kuch likh rahi si, something like that. And one of the students, he read their 5. And during the test, he was like, she has given me 5 band. बेचारे के अगले टेस्ट का सत्यानाश हो गया और उस दिन 5 तारीख थी. Examiner just wrote the date. Okay, so mind your own business. By the time you mind examiner's business, that examiner is writing something, I read that, or examiner is reading questions from somewhere, I try to see what the next question is, you will lose your own track. So please mind your own business. Don't try to see what they are doing. Let them do their job and you do your job. Sometimes examiners are in a hurry, but that will not affect your band score. If the speaking test time is 11 to 13 minutes, if they finish your speaking test in 8 to 9 minutes, that will not affect your band score. Sometimes you are answering and examiner says, okay, thanks, next question. You start your answer, okay, thanks, next question. Again, you start your answer, they say, okay, thanks, next question. That will not affect your band score. I mean, if your English is good, they will give you band score according to your English. If they interrupt you, that means you are giving a long answer. If they interrupt you, that means you are giving irrelevant answer. If you are giving irrelevant answer, that will affect your band score. But if you are giving a long answer, as long as your language is fine, then you will get good band score. So don't be upset about it, that every time I started my answer, after few sentences, examiner said, okay, thank you, okay, thank you, okay, thank you, 40,000 मैं pay कीता, something like that, okay? So 40,000 में साथ examiner के रोटी भी खिलाएंगे आपको. ये बाद में ऊबर क्रीम करवा के एग्जामिनर आपको खुद घर छोड़ के आएंगे, ये बैंड बाजे के साथ. अच्छा जी, so this is speaking part 1. Now the question is, understanding the question in speaking part 1 is very, very simple. Maintain good eye contact with the examiner. In part 1 you will not have any paper, anything to write. Sit like this or whatever, but don't sit like this. Okay, start my test. Yeah, not like this. You need to sit actively and alert. There is no marking criteria for body language. In Ielts, eye contact, body language, facial expressions, gestures, postures, there is no marking criteria, but you are going to influence a human being. Examiner is a human being. So if you maintain good eye contact, most definitely that can bring you good band score. So sit alert, sit actively, listen to the question. Don't worry yourself too much. Mind your own business. Don't see what examiner is doing and answer every question. I was telling you, they will ask you questions from WH questions. Number 1, who? Who is always for people. Who is your favorite person in your family? Who helps you very often? Who means person. Second, what? What can be a thing? What do you do in your free time? What do you do on the weekends? Next, where? Right? Where do you usually go to spend your weekend? Where is your favorite restaurant? Where? After that, when? When means a time in the past or present. When do you get up in the morning? When do you go to bed? When? Then why? Why means reason. And why is a very common word in IELTS speaking. When you give a short answer, examiner will say why or why not. For example, do you get up early in the morning? Yes, I try to get up early in the morning. Then examiner will say, why? Or, no, I don't get up early in the morning, and then you are quiet, then examiner will say, why not? So you got to give the reasons. When examiner says why, that means your answers are short. So if you don't listen to the first why of the examiner, On the result day, you will say, hi. You understand? Speaking band, you look at the speaking band, then you say, now I understand why examiner was saying why, because now I am saying hi. Ye wo wala hi nahi hai, hi. Yeah, it's the other hi. Yeah. Okay. Now, how to answer? The first thing is listen to the question, because most of the questions in speaking part 1 are going to be in 3 tenses. Number 1, present simple. Number 2, past simple. Okay, 4 tenses. I changed my mind, okay? Number 1, present simple. Number 2, past simple. Number 3, future simple. And number 4, present perfect. And number 5, present perfect continuous. These 5 tenses are the heart of IELTS speaking. Present, past, simple, future. We also call them indefinite. Present perfect continuous. That's it. Now, for example, if they ask you a question, what do you do at the weekend? The first part of your answer will answer the question directly. What do you do at the weekend? I always go out with my friends to my favorite restaurant to enjoy the weekend. They say, what do you do at the weekend? I do many things. I do restaurant, I do. See that? Repetition. Repetition of ideas, repetition of words, repetition of same sentences again will be reason number 1 for low band score. In actual exam, they will mark you on 4 things. Number 1, pronunciation, not accent. Accent is not marked in IELTS. Pronunciation, right? Number 2, after pronunciation, we have fluency. Fluency means to speak without a break. If you say, I get up early in the morning, then after that I have my breakfast, after breakfast I get ready. See that? What is that? Lack of fluency. If you say, every morning I get up at around 7 o'clock and right after that I take a warm bath, and once I finish my bath, I have my breakfast and I go to my office. So these are few things I do in the morning. Fluent. Fluency does not mean to speak fast. Fluency can be as simple as you say, what do you do on Sunday? On Sunday, I do a variety of things. First of all, I try to sleep out on Sunday because during the weekdays, I don't find enough time to sleep. So to answer your question, on Sunday, I sleep for a long time. Beta? Yeah? Like you need to talk like, but this is also fluent. Now, third criteria. Third criteria is grammar. In grammar, the key is compound sentences. Compound sentences, they say, what's your favorite color? And you say, black. An examiner says, aggevi bol, you say, aggevi poch. Okay? Yeah. Not like that. When I attended my first IELTS training in British Council, there was IELTS examiner. And she asked a question from a student, what's your favorite color? He said black. And then it was a training session for IELTS candidates. And unexpectedly, the lady said, aggevi bolna. That aggevi bolna is important. But if examiner says aggevi bolna, you never say aggevi puchna. You have to speak on. What's your favorite color? Now, don't choose the word favorite. Use some other word. And for IELTS, I would advise you to use some powerful words. What's your favorite color? I'm deeply obsessed with black color. Or I love black color very much. Obsession, right? Just demonstrate. What's your favorite color? My favorite color is black. My favorite jeans is black jeans. My favorite, like that. If you move around favorite, what are you demonstrating? Low vocabulary. Vocabulary is criteria number 4. And for vocabulary, key is synonyms. For grammar, your key is compound sentences. And for vocabulary, your master key is that you have to use synonyms actually. Okay, now we are going to learn how to answer the question. Very, very simple. In 3 parts, you can answer the question in IELTS speaking part 1. Number 1, answer the question directly. Number 2, elaborate your answer in 2 to 3 sentences. And number 3, you got to conclude your answer. Right? Now, for example, if the question is, what's your favorite day of the week? Right? What is your favorite day of the week? I love Friday very much because I'm making compound sentence. Favorite day, I said I love. I love Friday very much because it's actually a holy day according to my religion. And on this day, we offer a special prayer. For all these reasons, Friday is my favorite day of the week. Understand? Part 1, answer the question directly. Part 2, elaborate your answer. And part 3, conclude your answer. And for conclusion, you can say, to answer your question, my favorite day of the week is Friday. Or so I can say Friday is my most favorite day. Therefore, Friday is my best day or favorite day of the week. At the end, you can conclude it like this. Is this all clear? Then you should focus the question. If they say, do you get up early in the morning? Which tense is it? Present. Okay, right? If they say, in your childhood, did you play cricket? Past tense. Right? Or if they say, what will you do on next weekend? Future tense. Have you completed, or what, if they ask you this question, have you completed your education? Which tense is it? Present perfect. And they will hardly ever ask you present continuous thing. Mainly present simple, past simple, future simple, present perfect. And another question which is commonly misunderstood by the students. How long have you been studying English? Reply. How long have you been studying English? Reply. Full sentence. Make a full sentence. Exactly. What do the students do? They say, how long have you been living in this city? I am living in this city for 10 years. They say, okay, yeah, let's give a chapair. Chapair means 5 band. Okay, that's what they call chapair. Yeah. So you're not going to get the chapair. All right. Yeah. I have been. How long have you been? How long have you been working here? I have been working here for 5 years. How long have you been teaching Ielts? I have been teaching Ielts for 5 years, for 10 years. Present perfect continuous. Okay. So you should focus that as well. Right. Okay. Thank you.